could just slap the mic right here and talking theoretically, right? Theoretically, I should sound great. Anyways, back again with another video. I know I've been away and I haven't been uploading for a while. It's just that honestly, I just got lazy, to be honest. A little update of like what's been going on. So in January, I officially started my production company, Koga Productions, up and running. Officially, got the Instagram and everything, and I've been marketing myself through that. My idea of Koga has always been to be a tool in order to get, for lack of a better word, more respect. And to be honest, I didn't expect to get work in January. January was just content for the Instagram channel, trying to grow that. So that's the whole thing. That was my January. Let me tell you a little bit of what Koga and what Koga is. Koga is a content production company, mainly focused on photos and videos aimed at commercial clients, so businesses, artists, that type of stuff. And at Koga, we also offer production assistance. So if you need help on your productions, we're there to help, along with, soon to be rentals. That's the business plan of Koga Productions. January was a content month. My friend Bruce let me use his studio to film a few videos for the Instagram page, and I feel like that was good. My friend Jawari came by. We had like a whole podcast like snippet thing that we were gonna do. Like we have it done. It's just that I haven't posted it, and to be honest, I really haven't edited it because I really feel like we need to do it over. So hikey, I think I might wait till Jabari gets back, and now that my friend Jordan is here, we might actually try to do a podcast type, or just podcast type content for Instagram. That's just something that's coming to mind. I can't remember if it was January or February, to be completely honest with you, but I got my first bigger production opportunity. I got to work with a well-known brand. I don't think I could say the name. To be honest, I didn't really read the NDA, but I just, I didn't read the NDA, but I just know that it's an NDA, so I can't talk about the details so much, you know what I mean? I got to work on that as a PA. I wasn't a DP, I wasn't gaffing or anything like that. I was a PA. And to be honest, that was very fun. I want to say it was a 3-day shoot. It was very interesting to see. It was photos and videos that were the whole purpose of the shoot for this clothing brand. But I learned so much from that, and I felt like I've created some lasting bonds. And it's really like opened my eyes up to what is a bigger production and the stuff that has to go into a production, how to like operate on such. Because through that, I met my new friend Antonio, and Antonio's a grip. And for those who are not aware of what a grip is, so a grip is someone that handles all equipment that supports the camera, whether that be tripods, jibs, light stands, and a gaffer is someone that handles anything that has to do with lighting. So that'd be like cob lights, panel lights, all lighting modifiers. Yeah. So back to the video. He was working as a grip for that job, but he's also a videographer and photographer himself. He recently started his own production company called Fibonacci Productions. Big up Antonio, right? And through that, I came to the decision, after working under him for that production that I'm trying to tell y'all about, that I'm not doing a very good job of. After working under him, I realized in order to achieve my final goal, I want to learn everything I can other than my role before I hop into that. Because for those who don't know, my goal is to be a DP, a director of photography. Meaning, say, that is the person that is in charge of bringing the director's vision to life. You know what I mean? They're in charge of camera equipment. If the director is the one that evokes the artist's true potential, the director of photography is the one that makes sure that it's captured in the way it does to properly convey that feeling. That is the whole point of a director of photography. To sum it up, directors in charge of actors, directors of photography in charge of, like, not saying in charge of, but like they talk to crew. In order to communicate with people in the future more effectively, I learned those roles in which I would be communicating to. So learn about grip, lighting, talk to PAs, you know, properly know how to communicate with other people that have a better understanding of what they need to do to achieve the goal of the overall project. This is gonna be a real rough cut video. It's not gonna be color graded. This is filmed on my phone. I want to update y'all, and I want the least amount of excuses for myself in order to do that. So that's why we're in my car right now. We're filming on my phone. I have a mic on my lock. Yeah, so I want to be able to be more consistent with this regardless, and creating less excuses for myself to pick up a camera and film a video is just something necessary right now for me. So I want to say this was March now, update February, March. We got like a few more jobs. In February, we got the opportunity to film our local agriculture fair, which is a fair with, I think, farmers market, but music, performances, cultural events and stuff. I'm glad that I got the opportunity to do it. Thanks to James Geary for selecting me to be the lead videographer and photographer for that event. And it was nice because all through the event they were shouting out Koga Productions. So I got a little glad seeing that, like, they really appreciated my work and they named me as a sponsor and stuff. So I was very glad that I was able to produce that for them. So in March, I got to film a commercial for the Youth Sports and Heritage Department of my local government. At that point, I got my new camera. Next video you see might be a video of me just like ranting about, we're ranting now, but like a video about me ranting about upgrade process and why I chose the R5C in general. That commercial was my commercial to really test it on. Hate to say it, but like, yeah. I feel like that turned out good, thank God. I had my friend Antonio with me. I hired out Antonio as a grip / PA to help me with lighting. Obviously, you plan for the shoot, right? But you always also assume, say the shoot is never gonna go as planned. Let me tell you the story. First off, we started off at my old high school because I was asking around people to help me cast. The person that they got, they didn't know that they were supposed to be in a video, so they couldn't say the lines at all, right? So that blew my mind. Like, on the spot we had to recast. So a little bit more context on that. Her mom recommended her to do it. So like, the person out of school got in touch with her mom. Her mom signed the talent release form. And then I got to the school and she's like, hey, what am I doing here? What do you need for? And I was like, yeah, so I'm talking to her about the video, the ideas, and she's like, I've never seen this before. I'm sorry, I didn't know this was the thing. I really don't want to mess up what you are filming, but yeah. Parents, please don't volunteer your child to do something that they're not aware of, because it's just not the move. It's just not the move. Back to the video. But yeah, had to recast on spot, and this was being done during lunchtime, so we had like an hour to do this, and we were already like 15 minutes in. Thank God we were able to find someone to be able to do it for us. And then after that, it was pretty much smooth sailing, you know. There's some things that I wish I could have changed. There's some things that I wish I done better. But for the most part, I'd like to say that I'm pretty proud about how the commercial came out. And I really would love to get more jobs like that in the future. One piece of art, it wouldn't even be feedback, it would be more like a compliment that I got, was that they were really impressed about how my proposal looked, you know. And as a person that always is trying to improve themselves, I spend all day every day looking at things that have to do with content production and film production, and just either whether that be pre or post, and writing proposals and treatments has been something that I've really been trying to master over these few months. We're skipping time now because that was March. April really wasn't anything eventful, but recently we haven't had much work. I've had a few proposals come to me, and are people requesting for a proposal, and I haven't landed those. I don't know if it was a thing where my pricing was too high or something. It's just really, I don't know, concerning for me right now, because I feel like I price fairly, right? And I don't know, yeah. My paranoia has been acting up, you know. Not only that, but like my imposter syndrome has also been acting up sometimes. Ever since I started this, my imposter syndrome has always been a thing. But yeah, in terms of more recent projects, one of the request proposals was to film Capella. That's a local music festival that we have. That flopped, but I ended up still shooting Capella for my friend as a secondary shooter. So that was fun. I want to take the time and really big up my friend Philip Richter. Recently, he's been really trying to get the community to be a community. Really started a group chat. We started having photographer model meetups. It's really been like a good vibe, and that's something that I've been going to every time he puts on, because I feel like we need more of that stuff. Just room for collaboration and just getting people to meet other people, and you know. Also, I can't even forget, the week before Capella, I did a fashion show. Well, I wasn't paid, I just went to one and filmed it. I've been meaning to edit that video, but the Capella one has been a little bit more compelling. So after I finish the Capella video, I'll try to get on the fashion show video. Yeah, that has been me for, that's what I've been up to. I want to be more consistent with uploading, and that is something I'm going to try doing, you know, and that's something that I'm going to try doing. So this is video one of me trying, and I'm driving to pay for my Wi-Fi now, so you're gonna get another video like this in this format of me talking about my camera and why I went with the camera that I went with. So yeah, so thanks again for watching. Thanks for those who still decide to stay subscribed to me. I really hope this video didn't come out so long, and I hope y'all go get some EXP for yourself. Peace.